Welcome back, everybody, for part 2 of the DeSaad challenges. If you remember from last time, very last boss was Necron, and we were battling with Necron. He says Necron was full of fear. He would rather be dead than be humiliated. So, yeah, that's where we are right now, and we're going to continue this story. We're going to go through all of these hero challenges and try to get as many fragments as we can. Of course, if you've done these before, you do the first part, you do the second part, you get exactly enough to be able to L5 the tune. As far as DeSaad, the character, how does he do right now? As it's, well, he's kind of broken, right? His abilities don't work exactly as intended. I do have DeSaad leveled up to, I think, level 60 right now, gear tier 10 or something like that, somewhere around there. He's at least can be useful. And he kind of is useful because his third ability does still stun, but it doesn't remove buffs or anything. Sometimes the stuff falls off. So I don't know. I mean, if they get the kit working right, then I'm going to have to say it might be pretty nice. But until that point comes, I'm really not sure how useful he is, and he's definitely not very useful with Darkseid. Like, you don't have to have Darkseid or use him with Darkseid because his kit for his third ability says when he's with Darkseid that when he's with Darkseid, it removes all buffs before applying buff immunity. Anyways, let's pick up that story. We got Hippolyta. Okay. Your reputation precedes you, DeSaad. My daughter tells me you have brought gods and kings to torturous defeat. And that's flattering. I'm sure he takes that. He's probably getting a chubby right now hearing that. But you, my lady, will be the first queen. I have to confide in you. I never thought you would be brave enough to challenge anyone, much less an Amazon. All right, now we got Black Hand. You are an interesting one. Excuse me. Yeah, I know. Like, definitely with his abilities and powers and stuff. You were like me. You didn't have power. You built it yourself, made it from nothing. And I assume you want me to do the same. It would be faster if I took what you have already. Hey, he wants everybody's power. Hey, now we have Blackfire. Kind of surprised to see her, but that's cool. A princess with a life marked by tragedy. Someone who had to fight for her power. Is there a reason you're talking to me like I'm not here? Empathy is dangerous. You should be the only one feeling pain after I take your power away. All right, very last node. We got DeSaad in there. We're going up against our master Darkseid. That's cool. All right, hopefully it's not too difficult. You know, I know some of them with Darkseid can get out of control. I've never actually, I don't know if I can remember ever seeing, or when the last time I seen a AI play as Darkseid besides in raids and stuff. I could ask you how long you've been planning to challenge me, DeSaad, but I'm sure there was never a moment when you were truly loyal to me. And yet you kept me by your side. Yeah, he's calling him out. You'd be like, bit dummy. All right, well, there's not much to that. All right, we're going to keep DeSaad in there. I'll just let you see what he looks like. He is leveled up, level 60. L3, I have his thing on 1, 3, and 4 right now. And so those are the 3 that I have it on there right now. The 1 gives a 25% chance to call assist, which literally never happens. I've been like going through it the whole time, waiting for him to get it, but it doesn't do it very often. It does do it. It does work, but it doesn't do it very often. DeSaad's actually pretty good when it comes to AI enemies because you don't really have to have the ability to clear buffs. Because when you face PvP, you know, against real teams, real opponents, you need that clear buff mechanic before you apply the buff immunity. facing AI, facing stuff like this, he's actually pretty decent because there's really no buffs to clear. You know, he could put the stun on, he could put the buff immunity on, he could do all that stuff. And he definitely hits like a little girl. I mean, not very much damage. Not very much damage. And even the one, even with Darkseid, it like will tap him twice, right? Little tiny tap. And I put, because he would go with Darkseid and maybe he would get that double tap, the one has a 25% chance to call assist. Kind of hoping he does that. Doesn't happen very often, but it does happen every once in a while. Anyways, so back to that story. Let's finish this up. All this time, you always make sure that I always felt I was on the verge of freedom. That is more cruel than any defeat or torture I could ever subject onto anyone. I mean, that's kind of like, I guess that could be true, but I don't know. Did Darkseid really keep him? I mean, it didn't keep him captive, right? I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe he did. Maybe he did keep him captive. What does it say about you that after all the power you've accumulated, you're back here with me, DeSaad? Okay, so, you know, we've run through a lot of tunes. We've accumulated a lot of power, but I mean, he's like, I don't know, just that father figure that we just got to push out of our way, and our master figure. I don't know what you would want to call it, but definitely a ghost in the closet that we got to get rid of if we want to have our freedom and be free of Darkseid's rule. Anyways, that's going to do it for the challenges. That's going to do it for DeSaad. Still, I mean, I tested it before I made this video in PvP just to make sure that the kit still wasn't working right, and it wasn't working. It was not clearing the buffs. And so until that happens, I'd say in PvP, he's very limited in uses. He could obviously be put anywhere since he doesn't clear buffs. You don't have to have him with Darkseid, but he does has limited uses just because of the fact that so many tunes have debuff immunity and stuff like that. So he's still somewhat useful, but versus the AI, he could definitely be more useful. We'll have to just see when they get that fixed, if they get fixed or whatever. Either way though, hopefully you did enjoy. Let me know what you think, and hopefully I see y'all again soon. We got Constantine challenges up next in less than 5 days, or about 5 days or so. If y'all haven't seen the Nightmare Challenge video, I did make it further than I've made it in any other Nightmare Challenges. Check that out. It was, I guess, the past video, the last video we did yesterday. Anyways, I'll see y'all then. Y'all take it easy. We're out. Peace.